Welcome back, everybody. Michael Kane here with longtime coach Doug Graber. We have a very special guest that we want to welcome here at halftime. Of course, talking about the linebacker from the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, two-time ACC Defensive All-Team, Brandon Chubb. Brandon, thank you so much for taking time to be here with us today.
Thanks for having me.
So now this is a new look at football for you. Used to being out there on the field playing, hitting guys, and now you got to be here with two old guys just talking shop.
Right, just talking football and kind of behind the scenes, so it's kind of a different mixture, but I like it so far.
Fantastic. Well, you're here for a very special reason. This year you were awarded the Pop Warner College Football Player of the Year. Now, to get that award, it's not just based on football, it's based on academics, football, and then also community service. So talk to us a little bit about that.
Just with athletics, just playing football, and like you said, the All-ACC team, I think, helped my case. And just being a student athlete on and off the field, in the classroom and in the community, giving back when I have free time and still stay on the top of my grades. So.
Well, I want to talk about that. So the way you give back to the community, you work for a group called Hope there in North Carolina. Talk to us about
Hope stands for Help Our People Eat, Winston-Salem, and it's founded by these two people, Marty and Benson Ill, and basically it's a food truck, and they get churches to volunteer packing these lunches with healthy meals like sandwiches, fruits, yogurt, and a milk, and they pack it on Saturday, and they load it up on a food truck, and Sunday we take it out to these impoverished cities and hand them out to these kids and these community centers and stuff like that, and just play with them and interact and have a good time.
That sounds like Coach Graber. How much would you love a kid like this on
Oh,
your team?
man. Hey, I would love to have him. Hey, listen now, Brandon. Okay, you're an economics major at Wake Forest, a pretty good academic school, real good, in fact. Tell me about mixing that with athletics.
It was hard at first, just being able to balance my time, but with the support staff and the academic staff I have at Wake Forest and student athlete development staff, I was able to manage my time and have the right tutors and have tutors help me study and all that. And also with the coaches, just being professional in first class. My coach, Coach Beelan, teaches us to be professional, the linebackers, at everything we do. So it's just like another day at work. You gotta balance it out and do what you need to do to get the job done. So.
I like that, a day at work.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Day at work. Well, do us a favor. Talk to us about the importance of academics. Obviously, these Pop Warner kids, when they come down here to Disney, they're required to do study hall. If you don't make the grades, you don't get on the field. How important is the education in parallel to the football?
Education is equally as important. Without the education, this opportunity isn't present, especially for a college athlete like myself and at an institution like Wake Forest. It takes good grades to get in that school, and also takes good grades to keep your football scholarship and to play on every Saturday. You got to be able to pass your classes and excel in the classroom, not only on the football field. So.
Well, let's talk about youth football. Now, you played youth football, came from Marietta, Georgia, is your home, but they didn't have Pop Warner team, but you did play youth football.
Yeah, I played youth football, pound ball, so it's kind of separated by age, and each age limit is designated a certain weight limit, and if you're overweight, then you bump up an age limit, and as long as you're underweight or at that weight limit, you can play every Saturday.
All right, so were you overweight, underweight, or right
I was one of those overweight guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Couldn't eat all day until I weighed in, and then I grabbed on some Subway afterwards. But so I usually play with the older kids, but I mean it was a good time, and it helped me develop my football skills to what it is today.
All right, well let's talk about the next level. What do you weigh now?
230.
All right, 230. Coach, you work with guys coming in the combine. 230 linebacker. We're going to see this guy on Sundays.
We've been talking about this guy, but and people really don't understand in the National Football League. Smart guys are the great players. And this guy with his intelligence and athletic and football skills, he'll have a great future.
Fantastic. All right, well, when you make it on Sundays, be sure and come back and visit us.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Hopefully I'll be back here a couple times. So.
All right, but before you become an NFL star, we're going to make you into a broadcast star. You're going to help us out running through these highlights here.
That's fine.
All right, well, let's get right to the action. We just saw on field 17, our marquee game, Mustangs versus the Outlaws. And, Coach, the Mustangs scored early. This is Jacob Saffold, and he finds Ricardo Antonio Corpus.
Well, it just a total domination, by Virginia Beach. They have had a great first half.
All right, Brandon, to help us out here, the Mustangs, Ahmed Jones, he's going to break up for 54 yards. Where's the defensive breakdown there for the Outlaws?
I think the linebackers dug themselves too deep into the line and didn't really go with the flow of the ball. And then once he bounces that rock, I mean, there's really no help. Everybody's really sunken in on that.
All right, well, the Outlaws come back. They do get on the board. They find Colby Shade. He gets in for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion is good, but the Outlaws have a tough hill to climb as they are down 32-8 at the half. Brandon, man,
I know.
football doesn't work out, brother. You got it here.
Appreciate it. Just feels natural.
Good. I like that. That's good. Coach, talk about feeling natural. Obviously, Virginia Beach. Winning comes naturally, comes easy to these guys. They made it look easy this first half.
They did make it look easy, and we're going to take a look at, Brandon, I want you to watch this play. We're going to break down a play here that shows really the flawless execution by Virginia Beach here. Okay, here's the play. We're going to stop it right now. You've heard the old proverbial saying, this is a hole you could drive a truck through.
Right.
This one, a semi would have made it through. I really want you to watch number 6 here, Isaiah Henderson.
Right.
He's the offensive tackle is going to block down. Number 11 is going to run the kick-out block on a power play. And take a look at this execution here. Henderson just really closes this down. And that is a...
Oh, man.
Now, okay, Ben, I'm going to ask you a question. You're a linebacker. Can you fill that hole?
That's going to be hard, especially as a linebacker. I definitely fill that hole, though, but, I mean, he has a lot of green on both sides of the ball, and, I mean, it's going to take a stare-off to get that one down.
Well, and we're not done here. Watch number 4, the wide receiver Corpus right here, make a really heads-up block right there. I mean, Andrew Washington... this is pretty easy for a running back.
And, I mean, that's good on Corpus's part, just coming back for the block. He's showing that he not only wants to catch the ball, but is able to stick his nose in there and open up holes for his running back. So, overall team player, I like it.
Hey, another guy trying to take my job. I can see it right now.
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say a word the rest of this half.
I watch too much ESPN.
I am out of a job. Well, I'll tell you what. Stick around after the break with us. Breakdowns, a couple more.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Fantastic. Guys, stick around. Brandon Chubb, Wake Forest linebacker, all ACC. He'll be with us after the break when we have more coverage from the 2015 Pop Warner Super Bowl.
Hundreds of high school and college teams maximize their preseason training by heading to the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at Walt Disney World for our annual Disney Lacrosse Spring Training, featuring clinics and combines with Casey Powell. Preparation and competition at the finest multi-sport facility in the world will help ensure your squad's success throughout the season. For more information, visit DisneyLacrosse.com.
And welcome back to ESPN's Wide World of Sports Complex, home of the 2015 Pop Warner football. It is halftime in the junior midgets, where we have the Gwynn Cherry Bulls just running wild over the Naperville Patriots. Now, that's just one half of our semifinal bracket. Another game we'll look at here. Michael Kane here with Coach Chubb Graber and a very special guest, the College Football Pop Warner Player of the Year, Brandon Chubb, Wake Forest Demon Deacon. Brandon, it's great to have you here with you.
Thank you for having
Got
me.
another highlight in you?
Yeah, I got a ton.
All right, let's do it. Get to field 18, our other semifinal. The Virginia Beach Mustangs, the Naperville Patriots facing off against the Gwynn Cherry Bulls, and the Bulls get on the board first. That's Javon Ferguson. And then a couple plays later, Shamir Paul gets it in, and Gwynn Cherry Bulls are running wild, 25-0 in that other semifinal. Coach, 2 great semifinals here real quick. I'm not going to put Brandon on the spot because he hasn't seen those. Gwynn Cherry, and I got my notes a little mixed up there. Gwynn Cherry, so tough. And again, they're picking right up where they left off in the...
Well, the interesting thing is this is the second round now of this tournament. We usually don't see blowouts like this in the second round, but Gwynn Cherry and Virginia Beach, wow, I mean, it looks like right now, unless things change fast, they're going to be in the final.
Well, shaping up for a great final. Brandon, here's where I'm going to put you on the spot. You're in the Outlaws locker room. You're down by 24 at the half. You had a tough first go. What do you say to the team to get them motivated?
First of all, I get everybody's head up. I think guys had their heads down with Corpus's touchdown. That kind of sucked a lot of life out of Fort Collins. And I think you get Howell's head up, especially that's your quarterback and that's your leader. And Howell's had a good touchdown pass when they intercepted it. I think he just threw it a little too high. It floated a little bit. So just get him up and keep him going and let Howell lead this team. And I think he's the foci of this this team and this offense. So get some points on the board, get Hal going.
All right, now let's go in the other locker room. You're with the Mustangs. You're up big.
Right.
You had a flawless first half. What are you saying to those guys to keep them motivated?
If I'm the Mustangs, I'm the coach, and I'm telling them it's not over. We still got 2 more quarters of ball, still got 20 more minutes, and anything can happen. Keeping everybody's emotions down and just keeping them focused and saying if we want to get to where we want to be, we got to play these last 2 quarters like we played the first 2.
Fantastic. Well, Brandon, I'll tell you what, when this football thing's said and done, you got a job in broadcasting, buddy.
Appreciate
Brandon
it.
Chubb, Wake Forest linebacker, college football player of the year for Pop Warner. Brandon, thank you for